Welcome, I'm Shannon Laws.
And I'm Dave Walker, and welcome to the Memorial Day Parade in Bellingham.
It is a fabulous day here in downtown Bellingham, right here on Cornwall Avenue. Lots of sunshine, beautiful weather. It's going to be a good day.
It is a perfect day for a parade that almost didn't happen this year because it was left without an organizer. But the Daniel B. Bartle Marine Corps League Detachment 1335 stepped up and said, we need a parade in this town, and we'll make it happen, and that they did.
Yes, that they did, and it is a wonderful representation of all sorts of organizations that are here in Whatcom County. They're representing, and they are bringing a lot of spirit.
We certainly have plenty of heroes, and that goes right with our theme. It is celebrating our community, remembering our heroes, and this parade is full of them.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got, what do we have? You said we've got some clowns,
we do.
Some dancers, all sorts of music. We even have dancing horses.
We have everything you need to make a great parade, so let's get to it. The Memorial Day Parade in Bellingham is underway. We are just about to get this parade underway, and Owen is here with me. Hi, Owen.
Hi.
You've got quite a group here. Tell me who's here.
This is Owen, this is Sophie, and then what? Lorelai and Daphne.
Awesome. You guys looking forward to a good parade?
Yeah.
I hear this is your second time being famous.
Uh-huh.
What was your first time?
Being in a baseball game on TV.
Awesome. Well, here you are again on TV. What are you looking forward to in the parade?
I don't really know.
We're going to find out. Have you seen a parade before?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you guys? Anything you're looking forward to in particular?
Horses. Usually everything's fun.
Yeah. How about the clowns? No?
Yay, I want the clowns.
Okay. We're divided on the clowns. We're not sure which way to go on those. How about you? The cops. All right. Well, they're going to start out the parade, too. And you know, the Bellingham police chief today is a kid. He's the chief for the day. That's a Black Hawk helicopter. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
That is something we have never seen in this parade. And you were here for it.
Yay.
That was pretty cool. Well, have a great time, guys.
Thank you.
Bellingham Police motorcycle cops always start off this parade. And I guess that means the Whatcom County Memorial Day Parade has officially begun.
It's a nice crowd today.
Yeah, people came and lined up early. You know, we weren't sure that we were going to have a parade this year. So I was a little worried if people would show up, but here they are.
And here we go.
We always start the parade with the police. You know why, Shannon.
You want a police officer in front of you and not behind you.
Exactly.
Which you shared that wisdom with me.
Hey, those flashing lights are scary when they're behind you. Let's put those in front. Here we have the U.S. Marine Corps. I don't know how well you can hear the crowd, but people are yelling thank you and thank you for your service.
Folks are standing up as the military colors go by, and here come the Marines.
A reminder of why we have this 3-day weekend. And remember, it is the Marines who made sure this parade happened on time, on schedule.
Oh, there's that helicopter again.
It's impressive. We've never had a flyby before.
It's pretty low.
Yeah, the crowd seems to like it. As you know, we weren't sure if we were going to have a parade this year, but fortunately, the Daniel B. Bartle Marine Corps League Detachment 1335 stepped up and said, we will run it. Mac McMaster is with the league. Hi, Mac.
How are you doing today?
Doing great. Thank you for stepping up and saving this parade.
It's been a privilege and an honor and an absolutely humbling experience because the response of the community is overwhelming.
Well, it has to be a lot of work to put this together.
We did it in 72 days. And you're right, it was a lot of work, but we did it.
If you want something done, call a Marine.
Absolutely.
Why was it important to you to save this parade?
Because the community wanted it, and because it is Memorial Day weekend, and it deserves to be celebrated.
Well, this community already owes you a great debt of thanks, and now we add another one.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for being here, and we look forward to the parade.
It's going to be great. Semper Fi. Hoorah!
I really wanted to ooh-rah back, but I wasn't a Marine, so I don't think I get to.
You know, we had an opportunity to see the Grand Marshals while folks were getting their cars ready. And coming up in these two red convertibles is Carl Ham, and that's Russell Chapman, both in their early 90s. Oh, bless them. Both World War II veterans.
Carl Ham was present at the landing on Iwo Jima.
Wow.
Russ Chapman was a sailor on the USS Columbia in Okinawa. A lot of history there. The Marine recruiter vehicle.
Very shiny car, truck.
They will sign you up.
More color guard today.
And we have a first responders color guard here with law enforcement and firefighters from around our area. Bellingham Police, Whatcom County Sheriff, State Patrol, a couple of firefighters. And we thank them for their service as well. Holding the U.S. flag and the flag of the state of Washington.
There's the Bellingham Police. And Dave, I understand you got to interview the chief.
Both of them.
Well, this parade is full of heroes, and our first responders are certainly included in that. Bellingham Police Chief David Dahl is not really the chief today. Hi, Chief.
Yeah, I gave it up for the day, but I have a person that's come in and is going to help me to run the organization today, and that's my friend here, Caden Taylor.
Hi, Caden. You're the Bellingham Police Chief today.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. You going to make any new laws?
Well, I'm riding the bread retard.
That sounds awesome. Caden's mom is here. Caden has been quite the fighter, hasn't he?
He has. When he was first born, you know, we really weren't sure what to expect. They weren't sure if he'd be able to walk, talk, see, or hear. They actually gave him hearing aids, and he really wouldn't respond to anything visually. But what we found out was that the brain just didn't know how to process anything. So after a while, he started to make a few milestones here and there, and he's stubborn, and if he wasn't stubborn, he wouldn't be where he is today, but he's doing really good, and he's really enjoying it.
Congratulations on your stubbornness. Good for you.
Thank you.
That's an important quality of any police chief, Dave. You got to be really stubborn.
I'll bet it is. Thank you for being here today, and enjoy the parade.
We are. We're going to have a good time, aren't we, Caden?
Yeah, we are.
He was a very excited young man to be riding in the parade today.
I loved that interview.
Somebody's going to write us and tell us police chiefs don't make laws, though. So I'll correct myself now. The Lummi Nation Police Force.
All showing off their new cars. Didn't they just get fresh new vehicles within the last 2 or 3 years?
They do look shiny.
Yes.
That's the place to ride right there. Back of the truck. Nooksack Tribal Police. They're followed by the Ferndale Police Department.
Getting lots of applause as they go through. Oh, it looks like they caught somebody.
Finally, the Whatcom County Sheriff in the coolest car.
Yeah,
Almost can't tell that's a sheriff's vehicle.
I think that's the idea.
That one can sneak right up behind you. Always the most poignant part of the parade.
Yes.
The fallen heroes of Whatcom County. And it's certainly an important reminder of why we get Monday off.
Holding each poster is the ladies from Custer VFW.
And we'll just take a moment to remember these heroes.
Wow, Festival of Flags. That vehicle definitely represents a Festival of Flags. It is well decorated.
Yes, it is. It's the Albert J. Hamilton American Legion Post 7 out of Bellingham. No question what country they're from. They are flying the colors proudly. And these are the flags of all the armed forces. The American Legion Bellingham Auxiliary Unit, number 7, right behind.
All in red.
Looking good.
Oh, I hear bagpipes. Earlier I had an opportunity to talk to Bellingham Firefighters Pipes and Drums and their coordinator, Jesse Ireland.
We're a band that's been around since 2009. It's all firefighters in the band from all over Whatcom County in the local 106 union. And we usually lead off the fire service rigs.
I just saw you at Boundary Bay for St. Patrick's Day, and you stood up on the tables to play. That has to be fun. What else do you do besides parades?
We do all kinds of events, fundraisers, and we do also, like, the reason we are around is for line of duty deaths, especially for firefighters who die on the line of duty, and that's why our band exists.
I'm curious what your recruiting methods are to get firemen to become bagpipers.
Well, it's a little bit of just pressure on the new people that come into the fire service. We just try to get them interested and psyched about playing bagpipes. So it's pretty tough. It takes about a year to learn bagpipes, and almost about the same for drums.
Thank you so much.
Pipes and drums, followed by one of the big Bellingham ladder trucks. That's quite a unit right there. Kids waving out the window. What do you have to do to be a kid in a fire truck in the parade? How do you apply for that?
That looks like a great job.
If you've ever been inside one of those big fire trucks, I have lived in apartments smaller than that cabin. That's a big space, and it's full of equipment.
All the lights are blinking. They're all on. Everyone's waving.
Normally I would think of that as a big fire truck, but following the other one, not so much. And here's one of the organizations that helps put this parade on every year, Sanitary Service Company, the premier sponsor of the Whatcom County Memorial Day Parade. We certainly appreciate their participation. And they're followed by the Rainbow Ranch, kind of a play on words. It's R-E-I-N-B-O-W.
Their covered wagon is absolutely charming and well decorated. It's full of disabled veterans and many that have served in Vietnam, and including one from World War II.
They are representing the William Matthews Veterans of Foreign Wars post 1585. I know there's at least one Korean vet on board that covered wagon as well, and we thank all of them for their service and sacrifice. A couple of our representatives, Luann Van Werven and Vincent Buys, state reps from the 42nd District, waving to the crowd. And Joel Douglas in a 1968 Olds Cutlass convertible for Laremont Manor. They are announcing the picnic at Laremont Manor for veterans of World War II and the Korean War. That's August 21st. And the Ferndale High School Marching Band, the Golden Eagles. And my favorite part of the parade, these are our first amazing hats. I love the hats, Shannon. You wear that hat at Hagen, people look at you funny, but you wear it in a parade, you fit right in. It's one of the great things about a parade. No hat is too wacky.
Oh, look at that. A little bit of style in there, a little move at the end.
They look good, they sound good.
Serious faces.
This is where the drummers get to shine. You can't march without a drum beat.
No.
Seriously, where do I get a hold of one of those hats? Steve Menifee, by the way, leader of the band.
Oh, Dave, look what's coming down the street now. We have the Knights of Columbus in those hats.
Yes, more great hats.
More great hats. We have one with a purple plume.
Knights of Columbus Council 829, a Catholic men's organization which provides aid to widows and orphans, family, and the downtrodden.
They don't only get a great hat, but they get a cape as well.
That's true. Here we have the Fur Creek Day Camp at the Furs, all dressed as pirates. Arr!
Pirate for a day.
Plenty of kids have had lots of fun at the Furs. Looks like lots of fun out there today. And our first classic cars, these are the Gearheads, led by a Pontiac Ventura. Nice ride. These are the cars you don't see all winter, and suddenly spring comes and they're out. Nice T-Bird there.
These are cars you can hear. This isn't a modern electric car. These are the old American muscle type of cars.
Nice Camaro SS there. Which one do you want, Shannon?
I want the Camaro.
I'll take this cherry red Mustang right there. 1967, I'm guessing. Nice ride. Chevy Impala, Biscayne. My knowledge of classic cars is limited. I'm going to guess that's a Model T with a mother-in-law seat and back.
People love that horn.
Look at this. A Ford Galaxy Skyliner convertible. Driven by a show-off. Good for him. I'd show it off too. Gearheads are a local classic car and truck club. Get together to show off their vehicles and have some fun.
Oh.
Look at that. Oh, going back the other way. Nice BMW Z3.
The POW flag on the hood. Oh, Dave, I hear the third helicopter flyover of the Black Hawk helicopter.
And that'll be the last one. It's a red, white, and blue flyover. By the way, the pilots are donating their off time to be here today.
That's great.
We appreciate that. They're here to honor the fallen that we remember on Memorial Day. I'm out of my league now, Shannon. I don't know what a lot of these cars are, but they sure are beautiful.
There's a long line of classic cars in this parade. Their flags waving, nice gentle breeze.
No, that's a Corvette Stingray coming up. I keep waiting for them to deliver mine. I thought when you turned 50, they brought you a Corvette.
I like that. That's a great deal.
Never happened for me. I don't know why.
That year is hot, even in that cool blue.
Yeah, that's a nice ride.
Very nice.
Pontiac Le Mans there, I know that one. Convertible, perfect for a day like today. And a Jeep Grand Wagoneer.
Hard to believe that's a classic, but it is. They kept it in great shape.
With the wood panel siding, that's nice. Our next marching band, the Blaine High School Border Rights.
The stunning black and orange.
Let's just listen. Nice job. Thank you to Bob Gray and the Border Rights. The CJ Ranch's Shetland ponies. I know you're partial to the ponies, Shannon.
I do like ponies, and they're so small. They look identical. How does that happen?
Sponsored by Laurel Farm and Western Supply.
Lots of spirit in their step.
Those do seem like little ponies to be pulling that wagon, but they're doing a fine job. Bellingham Nissan in the parade. We had understood they were going to be tossing these stuffed animals to kids in the crowd, but those look pretty stationary. Beautiful Titan truck.
Oh, here come some runners. Let's see.
They got behind.
I think the kids, people are wanting a bear. We're running out.
There we go. Oh no, not quite enough for everybody. Well, it's good to share. Bellingham Auto Glass Company. Hello. Wow, that's a unique window to have to replace.
Here comes the Jazzercise Group, and I understand you had an opportunity to talk with them earlier, Dave.
I did. They're out here having a great time today.
Well, this is a lot longer workout than I want to be a part of, because you guys are going to be dancing for about 3 hours. We've got the folks from Jazzercise here. Megan Mullen is one of the instructors. Are you going to be tired at the end of the day?
Not at all. It's going to be just fine. We work out all the time.
Nice. Tell me about Jazzercise. What's it all about?
It's just cardio aerobics. We dance and have fun, and it's a good way to stay fit, but we also have this great community of people where we just like to spend time with each other and do things in the community, and so this is just another way for us to get together and have fun.
It's always fun to see you come by in the parade because everybody looks like you're just having such a good time.
And we are. We love it. Yeah, we love doing this. We're going to do it forever, I'm pretty sure.
Awesome. Have a great time today.
Thank you. You too.
Arm up. Watch out for the arm.
Did those ladies get you warmed up for the parade?
Yeah, that's a lot of energy right there. I'm tired just watching. But they do look like they're having fun. I wonder how long they practiced this. I should have asked them that.
I don't think they have to work out the rest of the week after that.
And here come the Shriners.
What's a parade without Shriners?
Exactly. They have 5 different entries into the parade this year, all back to back. They are based out of the Nile Shrine Golf Center in Montlake Terrace, committed to supporting Shriners Hospitals for Children. Bellingham chapter is called the Northwest Shrine Club. They have their potentate with them today. That's the Grand Poobah, the guy in charge. And I see the little cars. You know, I tried to find them before the parade, Shannon, because I wanted to see if they'd let me drive one of those little cars.
Oh.
And they must have known I was coming because they were well hidden.
They just knew you didn't have one of their special hats.
Ah, that's it. See, more cool hats.
Last year they had to wear a special covering over their hats to keep those cherished possessions from getting wet. This year, no rain. Oh, here they go.
Smile with Nile. They do look like they're having a good time. And important to remember that they do good things as well. Helping sick children in our area. We thank them for that. That bear doesn't look very happy.
I hope he can see where he's going.
Yeah. And their precision motorcycle team, they're always fun to watch.
Yes. I wonder which cul-de-sac they practice on in their neighborhood. I feel like I need to know where that is. There they go.
You must have quite a garage to store all these vehicles.
Yeah, where do they keep all of this? All these vehicles? Maybe at that golf club.
The group behind them giving them a wide berth.
What a great routine.
Disabled American Veterans, Bellingham Chapter 19, fulfilling our promises to the men and women who served. And the Shriners getting one last encore in. Good for them.
They can't help it.
Another group doing good work. Our next marching band, the Bellingham Red Raiders.
Their shiny pom-poms.
I had a chance to talk with their director, Matt Kanegi.
Matt Kanegi is the band director for Bellingham High School. Matt, this must feel like your hometown parade because you're the one high school in this parade that gets to march right past your own school.
Yeah, it's our hometown parade. We have 3 high schools in town, but this one does go in front of our school. It's a fun day for the kids. You know, they have a lot of family and friends out there cheering their names. Some of the kids might get a little embarrassed, but it's a good time. And yeah, it's kind of the culmination of their whole spring parade practice.
What do these kids get out of being in band?
Well, I think for most kids it's a lot of community. They have a lot of friends in the group. They have 70 people that they spend a lot of time with. A lot of the kids get to know each other better in our group than maybe they do in some other classes. They travel together, they play together, they're at the school way too late at night, go to football games and basketball games and concerts. And so there's just a lot of bonding and community that gets built.
I think sometimes music programs get overlooked in curriculum, but it's pretty important for these kids. They learn a lot from this experience, I would guess.
I think so. It's a lot of hours that they spend, and you'd have to be, I don't know, kind of crazy to spend all that time with all these people, but they love it. And I don't know, I think we have supportive schools in Bellingham. There's certainly challenges that we all face in everything that we do, but I think we're pretty fortunate here.
Well, have a great time today. What songs can we look forward to hearing?
Well, we're playing a tune called Sorry, which some people know, and I'm sure every band here is going to be playing lots of different things, so probably hear a number of tunes.
Matt, thank you for the work you do and for chatting with us today. Appreciate it.
Take care.
Let's give a listen to this marching band, starting with the drill team here. This is quite a sizable entry into the parade. Got the whole high school out here today.
That drill team looks a little bit like Jazzercise. They have to be tired as well by the end of the day.
I would think whipping these flags around would tire you out too.
Oh my.
Boy, they are all business.
That is all business. The looks on them, and their faces sometimes, very serious, very serious. Look at that. Oh my, look
They're
at that.
well trained.
Oh, there's one guy smiling. And those hats.
They're pretty awesome. Band followed by the cheerleaders, wrapping it all up. I don't know if there was anybody in that high school left to sit in the crowd.
Well represented.
A lot of spirit at Bellingham High School.
I think so. Movers and shakers.
Little Caesars Pizza, their 30th year, marching down the street on the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend here in Bellingham.
I like the big thank you on their sign.
Yeah, the Little Caesars mascot. I looked up his name, Shannon. It took me a while to find it.
I hope do you know his address as well?
I don't know his address. I haven't totally stalked him, but I know his name is Caesar Man.
Oh.
Of course, he's the guy who says, pizza, pizza. Whatcom Family Farmers with Dylan Honcoop driving, the new unified voice of Whatcom County's family farmers, representing berry and dairy and potato farmers, beef farmers, vegetable farmers, nut farmers, all working together. And they're followed by the Hestefolk. These are Icelandic horses. I had a chance to chat with them before the parade as well. They're very proud of their horses.
There are a lot of horses in this parade, and some of the coolest are right here. These are Icelandic horses, part of the Hestefolk Icelandic Horses Club.
Yeah.
Lisa McKean is the president. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, glad to see you.
Likewise, what's special about these horses?
Icelandic horses are one of the oldest breeds. They're over 1,000 years old. They are the horses that were developed by the Vikings. So even though they're not tall horses, they are very strong. They can actually carry more weight than a big horse because of the density of their bones. They're also 5-gaited. So they walk, trot, canter, and then they do 2 special gaits that most horses can't do. So yeah, they're really special. And for centuries, they've been developing this breed. They cull the ones that aren't up to standard, so only the good ones are alive, and they're very healthy and vigorous, and they're very people friendly. As you can tell, she's kind of saying, Mom, how long?
They're smaller horses, but they're not ponies, right?
No, they don't. In Iceland, there's no word for pony. And when a 250-pound person gets to ride a horse, we don't call them a pony. So they're not for kids necessarily, although this one's really great with kids. This one's good too, but some of them are just only for experienced riders. So you just, they're horses. You just got to figure out each one.
Yeah. What made you want to be in the parade today? Is this showing off the horses or just having fun?
Oh, it's both. It's I'm part of the Hestefolk Icelandic Horse Club, and we have a Hestefolk 4-H club, and so it's a way to get the kids out to have fun and show our horses to people so they know we're here, and to give them some new training, some new experiences. The more your horse experiences, the safer they get. So, yeah.
Well, have a great time in the parade today.
We always do. We always do. You'll see us marauding down, and the boys have swords, and yeah, it's always fun.
We look forward to it.
I learned a lot about those horses.
Yeah, like I say, they're very proud of these horses. Small but strong.
Look at those thick manes.
It's a lot of hair.
I thought you weren't supposed to run with swords.
That's what Mom always said.
That's scissors.
Especially not the good scissors. Don't touch the good scissors. These 2 horses have a mind of their own.
There they go.
Bellingham Railway Museum. Fun train set up in the Parkade building in downtown Bellingham. If you're into model trains, that's something to see, I'll tell you.
Yes, a lot of bang for your buck. It's a small space, but they put a lot of history right in that space there.
Speaking of history, the Deming Log Show up next. That's coming up June 9th and 10th. Just a couple of weeks.
Always a good time, yeah, and they have a great chicken dinner.
I haven't had the chicken dinner. I've been to the show, but
I think I'm still full for the chicken dinner I had last year.
Tom Van Dyke, the Bull of the Woods. He and his wife there. They don't look old enough to be celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary, but that's the rumor on the street.
Oh my goodness, happy anniversary. And oh, they brought their own logs.
Got to show off what they do. Of course, this event, the Deming Log Show, a benefit for Busted Up Loggers. Been going on for a good long time. Always the second weekend in June. And a lot of fun if you've never been. Another dance troupe. This is Dancing for Joy. And they're representing some classic stories out here today. Obviously, Wizard of Oz starting it off. Alice in Wonderland, it looks like, right behind them. Yeah, that must be a Cheshire cat right there.
Oh, I see Peter Pan.
Yep, good call. Uh-oh, I don't know what the playing cards are. That must be part of Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland. Great costumes.
Another group that looks like they're just having a great time. They teach a variety of dance styles: ballet, tap, jazz, hip-hop, contemporary, lyrical, point, musical theater.
Great choreography.
And they're followed by the Veterans of Foreign Wars. Representing all veterans of foreign wars. VFW Post 9474. And here's the U.S. Coast Guard. You see them practicing in Lake Whatcom every once in a while.
With all the water in our area, Bellingham Bay, Salish Sea, it's very important to have these guys around.
Absolutely. There's the Coast Guard response boat we're looking at. And they're followed by the Coast Guard Auxiliary Patrol, encouraging you to wear your life vest. Absolutely. Be safe on the water.
Oh, look at that beautiful classic truck.
And the Northwest Hispanic Chamber of Commerce up next, based in Ferndale. And if you're wondering what she is holding, they are the proud winners of the best equestrian entry at the parade today.
And the gentleman right next to her is a proud Vietnam veteran holding the American flag high, waving to the crowd.
They're followed by a couple of cowboys who know how to use that rope.
I think we're going to get a show there.
I tried to learn how to do that when I was a kid. I practiced for a long time, and then I found out they use a special kind of rope. It wasn't just the stuff in Dad's garage.
Can't do it with any rope?
They might be able to. I sure couldn't.
Wow. He is putting on a show.
I think if you can do that, you qualify as a real deal cowboy. My arms are getting tired. Well, at least he gets to lie down for a bit.
Here comes a dancing horse. Did you see that?
That's a big part of this entry into the parade.
Horses are coming. I think that's something the children were saying they were looking forward to.
The Northwest Hispanic Chamber of Commerce assists Hispanic entrepreneurs in starting, launching, and/or expanding their businesses.
I had an opportunity to talk with these lovely ladies.
And what are we watching here, these beautiful ladies?
Well, you're watching the most typical Mexican music, the fiesta music. You know, we all need to have something to celebrate so we can dance, and this is the typical Mexican music.
And you're the teacher, this is a class?
Yes, I'm the instructor, and it's non-profit organization, Chica Dance Group.
What's the youngest age to get started in this class?
Well, this little one behind me, the pink and blue, she started 2-year-old, and her name is Lola. And the second up is Maciela Villarreal, and she started dancing 3-year-old, and she's 9. They've been dancing long time.
Tell me about the horses.
They're Latino dancing horses. They hear the music and they train to dance, and they dance like us, like.
I saw them. They were crossing their legs and moving to the beat. Years of training.
Yes. They train since they're babies. These guys train the horses to dance like nothing. That's the Mexican culture.
You bring a lot of party and dance and color to the parade today.
Yes, very colorful. It's the Mexican tradition. Every party has to have a lots of colors and a lots of music.
Bye, you guys are beautiful.
Boy, they're not kidding about the colors. Quite the colorful celebration.
The dancing horses, Dave, I learned, actually are trained to dance to music, not necessarily the mechanical action between the rider and the horse.
Really?
Through the reins and the pressing of the legs. They actually hear the music and will start dancing. You'll see them. They're very obvious. You can see them as. That's why they have those huge speakers on the back of that truck.
They follow the beat. I can't even do that. And anyone who's seen me dance can attest to it. It just looks like fun. And here's Francisco again with Dimonde, the horse. Doing what they do. Is that a prance?
The horses look like they're having so much fun. Everyone's dressed in their finest, even down to the saddle.
It's a nice day today. Fortunately, it's not a really hot day, or that might be tough.
No feathers on their hats, though.
It's true. Maybe next year. It's a parade, guys. You can get away with anything.
That's right.
Feather it up. Wow, that's just a majestic horse right there. And the most important person of all, the Poo Patrol.
What's his job?
If you bring horses to the parade, you need a cleanup crew.
Oh, I think this is your favorite group, huh?
Yeah, the historic Fairhaven district, including the Fairhaven Ladies of the Evening, and you chatted with them earlier.
Yes.
Oh, my name is Timey Gorman, and I'm with the Fairhaven Ladies of the Evening Society.
That sounds pretty scandalous. You want to tell me more about that?
We try to be scandalous. Actually, the Fairhaven Ladies were the original businesswomen of Fairhaven. They were the ones who owned the brothels, the madams. There were over 30 brothels in Fairhaven alone. And they basically supported all the law enforcement with their bribes and their money. And Fairhaven wouldn't have existed without the madams.
Why is it important for people today to remember the ladies of yesterday?
Oh, it's extremely important. You know, men are the ones getting all the attention. In fact, in Fairhaven, there are now 3 bronze statues and 1 bronze bust, and they're all men. And nobody wants to recognize the fact that the Fairhaven madams were the ones that actually had the money, and they were the business women. And I think it's important to realize that even though people think it might have been immoral, it was still there, and there was a lot going on, and it was important.
Well, speaking of men, I understand you have a Dirty Dan look-alike.
Yeah, let's talk to Dan. Dan, step on up.
You won the Dirty Dan look-alike contest.
All right. What is your name?
My name is Carlos Renier, and couple years ago, I went to the Fairhaven Festival and saw this gentleman competing as Dirty Dan, and I'm like, man, I got to do something. He's an inspiration. So this year I presented myself and was lucky enough to walk away as representing Dirty Dan.
Oh my goodness. Oh, how exciting. Oh, you guys are going to have so much fun today.
I don't know. Dirty Dan looks like he bathed recently. Not sure that's historically accurate.
I don't think he's judged by his dirt. Great beard, though.
Another group that looks like they have a lot of fun. I don't know if that lady in front is good for business.
Oh, she's all good. They're having a good time.
The Dream Train, been in this parade for years and years, put together by Dean Johnson and his family as a tribute to a family member who died of cancer years ago, and they've dedicated this entry to those fighting cancer. It's a way to keep their friends and family together, working on a group project and having a lot of fun together. And they do every year.
What a wonderful project.
Yeah. Every couple of years they'll add something. But you can tell the kids are sure having a good time.
Someone lost their hat.
It's not a very secure jail car, though, I have to say. We might work on that for next year.
Did you check on if they're going to let you ride one of those horses?
Those are about my speed. I think I could handle those, but I'm not sure I could make them dance. Jern's Military History Museum. Next. A little known museum in Bellingham, right across from the Country Club on Meridian. Something to check out. And certainly appropriate on this Memorial Day weekend.
I hear some more music coming our way.
The Mount Baker High School Mountaineers Marching Band. Doug Sutton and the Kilted Marching Band from Mount Baker High.
I wonder if there's any care needed on such a windy day to wear a kilt.
It would make me nervous. Whatcom County Search and Rescue, from summit to sound, and that is the truth. They have a particularly difficult job living here in Whatcom County because, of course, tomorrow, being the Ski to Sea race, is designed to show off all the things we have in this county, from the top of the mountain to the sea. But that means lots of places where people can get in trouble.
Lots of places.
And lots of places where you need to be able to figure out how to get in and save folks, and that's what these folks do.
Diverse geography.
It takes a lot of training and a lot of proper equipment to get that done. The Sikhs of Whatcom County. I'm going to try this, Shannon. The Mata Sahib Kaur Punjabi School, represented here. My apologies if I tried and failed. I got to chat with some of these folks last year. It's interesting, these toys that they're using, at least that's how I always took it to be, are actually modernized weapons. They used these to defend their camps way back when, and it has kind of become something that they show off now in parades and festivals.
I could see where that would be intimidating if it wasn't made of plastic. It could definitely cause some harm, perhaps, if it was used in self-defense.
I always find it particularly impressive when they hand them off, when one person runs in and grabs it while it's still spinning, and they're very good at that. Another perennial favorite in the parade. They've done this for many years.
Impressive.
Give that young man a wide berth.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, Oh, wow. Some more horsepower coming down the road. Lots of smiles. I love them. It has to be difficult to go slow on these motorcycles, I think.
Yeah.
Oh!
See, the feet are rarely on the pegs or the floorboards. They're mostly on the pavement. Hello. And the seats are followed by another classic car club. These are the Fourth Corner Elites Car Club. Nice old truck. Smaller green pickup followed by the big Peterbilt truck. Jaguar. Ford something.
With the classic cars, probably also important to keep them the classic color.
Yeah. Yeah, keeping them as authentic as possible is a goal for a lot of these folks. Nice T-bird there.
Bright yellow.
I like that old Ford. Those really old ones. Yeah. Pretty impressive.
That's my favorite horn. A little bit like a goose.
Oh. And a Nova? Chevy Nova, I think. And a big red truck.
Looks almost like a toy, just blown up.
Old state patrol car.
Oh my goodness.
I'm old enough to have been pulled over by one of those.
No. What year was that, State Patrol? 80s? 70s?
Probably 80s, I would guess.
Oh, and that's a classic.
My first car was a Mustang, but it wasn't one of the cool ones. It was a 1974 Mustang 2 Ghia. If you read about Mustangs, they'll tell you that that was the period of time they just weren't cool. But I loved it. Rotary cool. International District 5050 out of Marysville.
Despite the wind, the sign is holding up. The Rotary International wheel.
End polio now. One of those things I would have thought we had ended, but apparently still an issue in parts of the world. Polio can't be cured, but it can be prevented with a vaccine, and they are working on that. This is the Sullivan family of Ferndale, and that is first mate Sophia on the top.
She loves rock and roll.
Yes, she does. A little parade karaoke.
Boy, you put a teenager on the roof of a float, give her a microphone.
And she's having a good time. And so are these kids. The South Whatcom Fire Authority, who you had a chance to chat with.
The fire authority is the same as the fire department, but a fire authority is a grouping together of a bunch of former volunteer districts who all merge together to make a fire authority. And we serve the areas of Geneva, Sudden Valley, Lake Samish, and Chuckanut, and U Street. So we just outside of the city limits itself.
Now I understand that the Bellingham fire trucks, tell me about their coloring.
We got a brand new engine actually two new engines in 2000, and the volunteers at District 2 voted to go black over red because we liked the Chicago fire theme. The gear, the tan coats and pants, those are called turnout gear or bunker gear. The turnout gear is like an East Coast term that goes back to the early days of firefighting when everyone was a volunteer, and there would be a night watch on the city streets, and if there was a fire, the night watch would have a megaphone and yell, "Firemen, turn out!" So that's our turnout gear, and it's developed over time. Back then it was just slick leather coats and high leather boots and leather helmets. But now we wear gear it's got fire protective, and helmets that are specially designed for modern firefighting. And the air pack, it actually has compressed air. It's not oxygen like a lot of people think. Gives us somewhere, depending on how much you use, how hard you're working, 20 minutes to a half an hour of air inside a building that's on fire. Today's houses are filled with things that burn, get let off toxic gases. It's not like the old days where everything was organic material. Even houses now are made of, the carpet, the furniture, all sorts of plastics, and that's what will kill you. So we protect ourselves against that.
Peter Ellis and Robert Mittendorf. Nice to know they're there if you need them. I have a friend who's a firefighter, and it's amazing how much he has to study. There's so much to learn.
You have to have a bachelor's degree, I believe, to be a fireman in Bellingham. They have their turnout gear. They are turned out.
Seaholm High cheerleaders, followed by the Seaholm High School Mariner Marching Band.
More sparkly pom-poms.
And cool hats.
Oh, the hats.
Great song choice. Stars and Stripes Forever. Perfect for a Memorial Day parade. Looking sharp. Behind them, no, these are not tanks. They are Stryker Bearcat assault vehicles. These are amphibious.
Yes, I had a chance to talk with them earlier.
Tell us what these vehicles are here behind us. What are these?
So these are actually Stryker fighting vehicles. They were developed back in the late 90s, early 2000s. They have wheels instead of tracks, so they're supposed to be more mobile. They don't tear up the road as easily. What these do is they allow us more mobility to answer, in particularly locally, to state emergencies such as floods, riots, anything of the such that we're needed for. We can actually bring these vehicles, and they're more useful than our typical Humvees or big 1-ton, 5-ton trucks.
So this is the first time that these are in the parade. How's that feel?
Well, this is the first time most of us have been involved in a parade, so it's a little different. We're getting a lot of positive reaction, nothing negative as of yet, so hopefully not, considering it's Memorial Day, but a lot of positive interaction. I think this is the first time that these vehicles have actually been seen in Bellingham, so these are very different. Everybody's really intrigued, and we're excited to have the opportunity to educate and show you guys how these will help you in the future.
These vehicles were named for two unrelated American servicemen who posthumously received the Medal of Honor. Private First Class Stuart Stryker, who died in World War II, and Specialist 4 Robert F. Stryker, who died in the Vietnam War. These vehicles move infantry to the battlefield quickly and securely.
Dave, I learned that they get about 200 miles per tank of gas.
Those must be big tanks.
And they hold a total of 14 people, 10 in the back, 4 in the front. It's great to hit the drive-thru at McDonald's. You don't want to get behind one of those if that's in front of you in the drive-thru.
No, I'd rather not be in its way. That is a vehicle that looks like it's going to get where it's going. And yes, it is 8-wheel drive.
Classic military vehicle.
The Squalicum High School Storm Marching Band.
With the Bellingham flag. raised right there in the middle between American and Washington State.
I think that's the first time we've seen that flag in this parade.
Judges platform right next to us, so folks stop right here to play some music, show their moves, let us take a look at their costumes, their uniforms, and their hats. These are very tall hats. I think this is the tallest hat actually that's gone by.
The competition for best hat is fierce this year. That's for sure. Welcome High School cheerleaders following the band. Corvettes Unlimited of Bellingham. Maybe they're the folks I talk to find out when they deliver mine. My wife tells me I was supposed to do something about that. I thought they just delivered them. Toys for Tots. Santa doesn't drive the sleigh all year. Sometimes he's in a Mustang.
Yes, he is. He looks pretty happy. Looks pretty happy in there.
Of course, they do great work. The Marine Corps Reserve putting on Toys for Tots, making sure that every kid gets something in their stocking at Christmas time.
This might be the biggest American flag we've seen so far.
Another American hero in the passenger seat of this truck from Deal Ford, Victor Cuellar, a Marine who fought in the Korean War. That was some time ago. And Miss Whatcom County, Alyssa Sizemore, a junior at Western Washington University, a psych major, plans on becoming a mental health therapist.
A well-secured crown on her head, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the trees moving. The wind is picked up a little bit.
Alyssa took the top scores in the talent and interview portions of the competition. She earned $2,400 in scholarships.
Wow, good for her.
Yeah. And we have some political hopefuls following Miss Whatcom County. Eric Bostrom running for Whatcom County Council.
Holding his hand out through the sunroof.
He's followed by Eric Ritchie, who's running for Whatcom County Prosecutor.
Ooh, also in a classic car.
Good choice on the convertible.
Nice color.
Michael Petrish running for State Representative in the 40th District, position 1.
It's a good way to get your name out to the public.
Yes, it is. Jeff Beeler running for U.S. House, the 1st Congressional District. And that does it for our political hopefuls. The Birch Bay entry is up next, and this is a big year for them. They are celebrating the fact that they are now a golf cart community. You can drive your golf cart down the street in Birch Bay.
Oh, wow. Very common in the Southwest and Arizona.
Well, it was a big deal in Birch Bay, so they're here celebrating. The Daughters of Norway Lodge number 41 in Bellingham.
Wow, look at all that color.
They describe themselves as enthusiastic women dedicated to preserving their Nordic heritage while enjoying friendship and fun. And this is the group from Northwest Character Entertainment. They provide entertainment for children's birthday parties and special events, family celebrations. They have superheroes, princesses, and mermaids, and everything you could want.
It'd be great to have Superman come to a birthday party. Mariel. I had an opportunity to talk with some kids on the side of the street, and they told me what they were looking for the most.
What are you looking forward to for this parade? What's the most exciting thing coming down the road?
The marching band.
Oh, what about you?
Marching band.
Yeah? I heard sometimes there's candy that's thrown out of floats. Is that true?
Yes.
What will you do when that happens?
Eat it.
Oh.
Eat it. Eat it. Eat it.
We've got the Praise 106.5 van coming down the road now.
Local Christian music station. And Pastor Tim from the Central Lutheran Church. Looks like they like to get out on the water.
I think so. That's a nice boat.
Not on Sundays. But there's 6 other days of the week out there.
Every day's a good day for boating.
Darn right. Northwest Chevrolet with their entry, some nice cars.
Ooh, that's very nice. Oh.
I feel like they're teasing me. My 8-year-old pickup just doesn't seem as cool anymore.
Can't resist revving the engine.
If my engine sounded like that, I'd rev it all the time.
All the time.
Nice big Chevy truck. That's my kind of vehicle right there.
It just needs a boat behind it?
That sounds good. A matching red boat.
Mm. Good time. Nice combination for summer.
And the folks from Roger Jobs are next. They've got some nice cars, including that Porsche convertible in the front there.
Yes.
They also sell Audis and VWs.
I'll take one of each.
Yeah, all well represented here. And Larson Log Trucking, honking their horn.
All the way down the street, we could hear them. Showing off the goods.
I'd rather they were doing that here than when they're behind me.
Yes. So part of Northwest driving is being able to navigate down and around these trucks on I-5.
Well, they helped us get these papers we're reading our notes off of.
That's right.
We thank them for that.
They're very important. Someone's got to do it.
And ASAP Towing. Getting close to the end of the parade here. Good idea putting them in back in case they need to pick up anybody along the way. So far, I think everybody's made it just fine.
Oh my goodness. Final hurrah with the horns. Some nice rigs they got. Wow. Well secured there on the platform and well decorated.
They know what they're doing. And that's going to do it for the 98th consecutive parade in downtown Bellingham on the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend, and the first ever Whatcom County Memorial Day parade.
Wow, what a parade. parade, Dave?
It was a great time, and our thanks to the Daniel B. Bartle Marine Corps League Detachment 1335 for stepping up and making sure Bellingham had this parade this year.
Oh, and what a parade it was. We had great weather, and I know, what was your favorite part, Dave?
You know, I really enjoyed the Black Hawk helicopter flyover. I don't remember seeing anything like that at this parade before.
Very impressive, but my favorite part was the dancing horses.
Yeah, we had a lot of horses this year.
Lots of horses. We were horse heavy, horse rich.
It was a great parade. Thanks to everybody who came out, and we'll see you next year.